Hello, everyone, and welcome to your Taurus Tarot Show. I'm your hostess, Melinda NailFanatic, coming to you for Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And we're going to get right into these messages. Whenever you find it is whenever you need it. And feel free to browse around because you never know what else could be found. I'm going to use this deck. I haven't used this is its debut on the show, and I have just felt strongly like I need to do a Taurus tarot. I need to do a Taurus tarot. And I'm not going to lie, I'm a Taurus. So I feel that there's some self servingness in this, and I'm not going to lie. But I don't feel that this reading is only about me. I feel that this reading is for the Taurus collective, okay? So, Taurus collective, the wild unknown archetypes is where we're going to start. And we're going to pull a card for you just to see something, what is going on with you. Now, I am still learning this deck. I haven't even gotten through the entire booklet yet. I've gotten through parts of it, but I trust my intuition will speak well for us as it always does.
At first it's my orange. Now I want goldfish.
I am in the middle of a live show, and I said I would come out, and that would be it until I was done. So, what do we see with that happening during your show? There can be disruptions from family or people who rely upon you heavily. Um, and I feel like there's an Taurus, expect that there could be some people coming and asking for you to provide for their needs. Um, because I am of a sincere and like make it part of my everyday belief that everything happens for a reason. Nothing is on accident. Everything happens for a reason, and God uses everything and everyone to teach us what we need to communicate with us, what we need to hear, and to show us what we need to see. And so here we go. First card for Taurus. What we need to see. Thanatos. And if I remember correctly, this is a card that is very much like the death card in here. So total transformation, but also I'm hearing the web of life. Okay. And getting to, wow, I'm hearing there is a getting to the bottom of all the webs of deceit that have been spun around you, Taurus. So somebody or someone or something or a situation, there has been a lot of deceitful things. And I hear they don't even know what they do. I hear it very much the way Jesus said it, forgive them for they know not what they do. They don't realize what they're doing and how deceitful they are. They don't even see the deceit within themselves. They are deceiving themselves. They cannot even see it. And you're going through this and you're changing everything because you have been able to identify where is this coming from? What is this? It's bringing another dream that I had to my mind, which I did not make a YouTube video about. And there's a recent one. Go watch it if you haven't seen it. But in which I was able to identify the energies, the dark energies, and their pursuit, right? And their minions. They're working together. The way they were cooperating to try to subvert attention, right? So, Taurus, when you find this, you're going to be going through an energy, a time in your life where it feels like there's deep change and there is the identification of a dark energy around you and the awareness that hey, I can free myself, liberate myself from this, and I know how to, I hate to even use the word protect myself, but I know how to what is it? I know, let's say this correctly. Help me say this better, please, and thank you. I know where I have allowed space for attack. I know what I have done where I have allowed space for vulnerability to others' energies, and I am shutting that down. The cave comes out next for you. And I feel like that's where you're going, to the cave. And the cave is going within. This is reminds me very much of the hermit. And I'm gonna look at the book, just because, like I said, I haven't studied this deck like that. It's new to me and it's very complex. But immediately what I get is the cave is like, I'm going to go to my cave and retreat within. That's where the star is. That's where the guidance is. I'm not looking externally, because I feel like some of these webs happened because you made a decision to ask somebody for advice, for some help. Wow. And I literally hear some of you requested a reading from somebody whose energy is just not all that. And in requesting, wow, okay, whoa, this is fucking heavy, dude. Okay, check this out. I'm just going to give it to you raw like I'm getting it, okay? Somebody requested a reading from a reader or a psychic or a medium or whatever, and this person is not on the up and up, okay? This person does not have the full perspective. So what happened when you got this reading with them, they didn't spoke all this stuff into your life, and you took it because, oh, I'm a psychic, I'm a medium, I'm a this, I'm a that, right? And you took it and you owned it and you made it yours, and you've been running with it. Well, here's the thing. There's some web of deceit in that person. So the only thing that they can give you a reading from is within the web of deceit. They have not yet dealt with their own stuff to be able to give that pure reading. It's tainted by their own fears, doubts, insecurities, unhealed places within their own psyche, their own spirit come through in the messages that they channeled or gave to you, and you own them and made them yours. This is somebody who gave you advice, and I'm hearing this strongly, divisive advice, right? Divisive advice, because that is their perspective. That is their perspective. That is their awareness. I'm even getting it in like, that's just what they know. Does that mean that that's all there is? So there is a strong advice here for Taurus. Don't just get readings with anybody. Feel out their energy first, and always ask spirit first. Is it advisable that I get a reading from this person? Ask spirit first, and you will hear yes or no. Okay. Is it advisable that I entertain this relationship? And you will hear yes or no. Is it advisable that I go into this situation, accept this job? Taurus, it's important for you to begin to ask love source, God, creator, your ancestors, your guides. What is it that you commune with in your spirituality? Use that power to ask advice. Should I? Is it beneficial for me too? And it doesn't even have to be that, okay, so let's say you get a yes, go ahead and go into this. Then you behoove yourself to ask, what is the purpose and how long is this going to last? Because some things on the surface look one way, and when you get to the core of the energy, there's something very dark and ugly that resides there. Okay. But I see that now you're moving into the space of checking yourself, of getting back to your own ideas and perspectives, and leaving alone the outside influences. I want to look quickly at the keywords for both of these. I'm not going to read everything the book has to say, but I do want to look at the keywords. So let's see. There's one of the messages here, and then let's go back to Thanatos first. 73. Here we go. So the key word for Thanatos is death. It is death. The when light, it says grieving, mourning, bearing witness to all that is. And if that ain't what we just said, like, dude, you can see the web of deceit, right? When dark, fear or insensitivity to old age, illness, and dying. Again, fears coming out. And for someone, you went to a reader who gave you a reading based upon their own fears. And now you have to clear yourself of that. And so, where you have fear in yourself, Taurus, it's time for you to stop and say, is this mine? Is this mine? And listen to your soul. And even if it is yours, okay, I'm ready to transmute this energy into something lighter, to something more connected, more aware, something more loving. And you tell your source, you tell yourself what to do with that energy. So Thanatos is death. The cave, the key word is the dark, the portal, the interior. And when light, it's the sacred center within. When dark, it's withdrawal, isolation, and hiding. So there is, again, a withdrawal from whatever this Thanatos energy represents in your life. And there is also going into your sacred center to reflect more upon your own guidance system as opposed to these other energies, okay, external stuff. And I'm hearing, let's look at the bottom. Whoa, dude, was it Christmas Eve that I did a reading about the costumes coming off? Look, the mask is here. Somebody has been operating under a mask. You come off, they come off looking real pretty, real sweet, real kind, but there is something evil lurking behind. Or is it that it looks really dark and ugly and evil, but there is something light and bright within? You're disrupting my reading and I do not appreciate it. Go do something with yourself. Thank you, sir.
I'm gonna go in the bathroom.
I don't need to hear it. I'm doing a live reading.
That's all the way down.
And I get that even within the dark energy that you hold on to or that is within around you, like the work that you're doing is removing that darkness. Like what you're doing is casting out the darkness, okay? Because look, let me tell you something. The shadow will continue to exist as long as you are not the light. But when you become the light, there is no shadow within light. The shadow only exists where the light casts itself. So the brighter you become until you become the light. You could be a light worker just casting out light. You could be somebody who is just embracing the light, learning about the light, moving towards the light, right? That's all good and fine. However, as you move towards the light, your own shadows are going to come up even further. But once you become the light, you realize that you're the light. And this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Yes, when you become the light and you shine, now the shadows are out there. It's not within because you've become the light. Okay. And I'm hearing with that it's time to get some more messages from another deck from Kim Kranz, the Wild Unknown Tarot. So let's pull a story here and see some more. We've got some idea of what the players are. We've got some idea of what the energies are, right? Let's go ahead and see a story here. Let's see a story. Close the door, please, as I am doing a reading. Please chill out. We have the first card showing itself is the Six of Wands and is in reverse. Somebody has been feeling very unsuccessful. It's like no matter what I do, there's not a success here. And I feel like that needs to go over here on the Thanatos side. There is a very unsuccessful feeling here. Like I can't seem to break or shake this, right? On the cave side, we have the Father of Swords. The Father of Swords is where, hey, I've been trying to talk, I've been trying to communicate. And what I see here is that it relates to two parties is there's a lack of recognition of oneself, one's accomplishments, one's abilities, or feeling unrecognized or unappreciated from the world around. And then I see this person saying, you know what? But the truth is this Father of Swords, he's the King of Swords. He speaks the truth. This is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. This person speaks the truth, speaks accurately, and does not mince words. This person does not sugarcoat. This person is going to say exactly what it is. And so I see somebody who's saying, look, it's time for you to quit looking this way about things and thinking this way about things. And this person has the ability to show both sides of the sword. So where this person over here has been looking at, I'm feeling unsuccessful, I'm feeling unaccomplished, I'm feeling like it's not working, I'm feeling like I don't have anything, whatever, right? Then this person over here is saying, yeah, but the truth is, and fill in the blank, right? And you can see it that way, or you can see it this way. Um you could go with this, or you could go with that. You could go with this, or you could go with that. Okay, that's what I'm getting. So there's a New York vibe there. I'm just gonna throw that out there. There is a New York vibe there. Give me another card for the top row, which is the first side of the situation. Okay, we have the Four of Cups, and it came out in reverse also. So this person had an opportunity to accept the advice that was given, is what I'm hearing, because the sword is pointing right over there. But instead, look, the mouse is looking back over here at these Six of Wands that also came out in reverse. And this person, instead of taking the advice that was given, they keep going into that self-defeating. Okay, self-defeating energy, because that's their proclivity. That's their proclivity. Showing me the dark side of the mask. This is very much showing the dark side of the mask. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is here because the person continued to go through the same thing, and you were so focused, or yes, and I feel this is the party, and this is you. You were so focused on honoring truth, in making that known, in communicating it, sharing it, embracing it, right? Then destiny steps in. Wheel of Fortune begins to spin. Life has changed and rearranged. What was will no longer be, has no longer been, and changes come in. Okay. And I'm also hearing, Taurus, um, there is wins and gains coming in for you because you have maintained this perspective so long, because you have maintained this form of communication so long. You have been so positively focused in cutting through the negativity and the BS, and one track minded. I'm getting one track minded towards good, positive energy, fortune. Where are the blessings in this? It must serve you well, and it is, and it will continue. So let's see another card for the top row here. Another card for the top row. Y'all see my Korean coming out. Koreans sit like this. If you ever sit with the Korean in their home, I don't know why, but y'all see my Korean coming out today. Hey. All right. Top row, we got Justice. Justice is coming out. So I'm hearing that this person is beginning. Wow. And what's being shown strongly, this looks very much like the Mask card that's over here right now. This person is going to begin to reconnect their light and their dark, their light and their shadow, their positive and negative. They're finding balance, in other words, and they're beginning to see like all things come together, and the sword of truth that hurt, by embracing it, only allowed me to figure things out better and to begin to embrace this connection, because I feel like I feel the dissonance in the connection, and then here the way the two little tails are crossed. It's like, okay, I'm warming up now. I'm warming up now. So there is either a warming up to their feminine, or if this person has been more masculine, there is a warming up to their feminine side, which is their intuitive nature and their loving and receptive side, as opposed to feeling like I have to do something, I have to do something, I have to make it right, I have to do something. No, sometimes you have to allow to be done for you as well, right? And then if there have been more, everybody needs to do for me, everybody, and I'm all in my feelings, and I just need to ask and you need to do. Then they're realizing, well, at some point too, I need to contribute my energy, I need to be a part of this, I need to become proactive in building what I desire. And whether that's energetically or physically is something that I'm hearing. Okay, let's see, for the second party down here, we have the Empress, Major Arcana 3, here shown as a big, beautiful tree with the moon above it. So the Empress, she is intuitively guided and she moves towards growth. She nurtures growth. She feeds. She is nature. She is natural. She is birthing. She is prospering. She is receiving and growing. With what she receives, she grows. So there's prosperity and abundance and wealth within her. So here we have this person who's speaking of good fortune, this person who's speaking of nurturing and love and wealth. The Empress is ruled by Venus, so she is all things Venusian. Okay. And I told y'all this was going to be my reading too, because look, I got my Empress cut diamond there. Nobody don't even know about that, but whatever. I am the Empress. Anyways, back to your reading. Party one. Let's see what's the next message for them. What card wants to speak for the first party? Because we have somebody who didn't want to look at success. They did not want, no matter what, it was their proclivity to continue to look at what did not work out. And then they began to, a situation, a separation caused some balance to come in. And now there's the Daughter of Swords. Look at that. Now they're beginning to grasp onto the truth, the sword of truth, right? And they're beginning to pay attention to what they see and hear with wisdom. The owl is always a symbol of wisdom. So they're beginning to recognize a need to speak more wisely and to think more advantageously and to hear the words of wisdom, to receive the words of wisdom within themselves, and really like take that with you instead of constantly cutting yourself down. Please go out and close the door. Y'all don't need to be in here dancing. I am doing my reading and I am tired of telling you, close my door. You are fine. Thank you. Like, what did I say from the beginning? Distractions. And there is that, let's cut out all the BS now and cut out distractions now. You see? They may be young, they may be immature, but they are fine. They are perfectly taken care of. They have everything they need. They are safe. They've just been fed. They've just been watered. They've just been snacked. They have everything that they need. So anybody who thinks about them as, wow, they just got put out. Like they need to go mind their business. They only in here trying to be distractions. And guess what? The same thing going on for something else that is resonant to your reading. It needs to look, this is the boundary. I need time to do this. And this is exactly what it is. Okay. And I feel like this person is gaining their strength to say just that. Hey, these are my boundaries. This is what I need. It's time for you to move on. I'm not just here to entertain you. And you're not going to disrupt what I've got going on with your same old song and dance routine. And that's what I see. Somebody is cutting out the same old song and dance routine. Let's see you. Father of Wands, putting it all into action, baby. putting it all into action is what I see here. So we have three major arcana. We have the Justice card, the Wheel of Fortune, and Empress. The Justice card: separations, divisions, balance, justice being served, things being made right that felt wrong, a balance, again, balance coming in, inner balance, and balancing of the outer world as well. Inner balance is more the Temperance card, which did not come out here. This is about balancing your outer world. And this person, whoever is this resonant towards row one here, is totally having to balance their outer world. Like, you took on too much, you're doing too dang much, you're not recognizing, like, it's not about you always having to do stuff. And now that puts you in a place where you have to sit back and reevaluate and really get wise with what you say and what you're going to do and what you're committing yourself to. The second row, you have the Wheel of Fortune and Empress. The second row is like, hey, you have everything you need. You're able to create it. You're able to attain it. You know what to let go of. You know what to hold on to. Then you have two fathers here, which are kings. You have the King of Swords and of Wands, saying, you know what? You know how to speak and communicate effectively. You're very intelligent. You know how to figure things out, and you know exactly what to do. So keep on doing you, boo. And I'm hearing now what we're going to do is pull, what are the challenges? Okay. Because we've talked about the first party and the second party. Now let's look at what are the challenges here. Let's get some more cards popping. So what is a challenge presented and here that must be overcome for the first row? What is the big challenge that they're dealing with on the first row for those who resonate with the first row? Taurus season, baby. We ain't in it, but it's always Taurus season if you a Taurus. Okay. The challenge is the Mother of Swords in reverse. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, the challenge here for party A or first row party, you know, I'm going to put this on the other side of some selenite. Look, because you are challenged. You need to be over there by yourself. The challenge is faulty advice. What did we talk about? Faulty advice. Faulty advice. Somebody who's coming from a place of wisdom that is not grounded. In other words, their wisdom is skewed. Things are not on point. It is off. It is off base. It's upside down. It is based, and I'm hearing it's based on an old mentality. It is not based on the age of Aquarius, which we have just stepped into. And I'm going to tell you flat out right now, it's going to be some energies that are not pleased with some of the newer energies coming in, because even within the spiritual community, there are certain ways and stuff that has been embraced all this time and taught again over and over and over again. But we're going into new energy, which means, as we channeled before on this channel, the same old doors ain't gonna finna work. What you've been doing this whole time, if it's still working for you, it's working off point. I'm just saying, like, it's a new energy. And I'm going to tell you what that new energy is all about. The age of Aquarius is all about connection and love. Love and connection. You is supposed to be by yourself. You're supposed to be in the world by yourself. You'd have been put in the world by yourself. But you was put in this world to connect. So somebody's gotten this faulty advice. Let's see what's the challenge over here for the second party in Taurus. What do we have? The challenge is the Daughter of Cups. I'm hearing the challenge is to ask for what you want and let it come to you. And that's what we got in the daily today. Giving up control and let them come at their own pace. So the big challenge for you is to love them where they're at and let it come at its own pace. I feel like you want it to pick up the pace. You want it to be more grown. The challenge is for you to not act immaturely, to stay in your maturity, to stay in your knowing, in other words, take all this stuff that you've been learning Mr. Master, emotional master, Mr. Sir, ma'am, Taurus person, and put that mess to work. You can't. Now is not the time for you to display your immaturity or your insecurity or your doubts. You have to, at this time in particular, it really behooves you. You don't have to do nothing but eat shit and sleep. I'm gonna tell you flat out. You don't have to do nothing, but it behooves you, if you want the best outcomes for yourself and those involved, to really be light-hearted, and that is your challenge. Because Taurus, mm, you take things too seriously sometimes. You want to control everything. You want everything to go your way because you know what? You got two horns that see light and dark. You're grounded on earth. You're fixed on earth. You know how to bring down from heaven everything to earth. You see everything. And so that makes you a real conundrum and a challenge. And others can't see it. So to them, you just look like a stubborn, crazy, lazy bull. But it's not about that. How can you be more lighthearted with the energy? How can you be more allowing at this time? I really feel, Taurus, that you're more resonant here, and this is what you're dealing with, right? Let's see what's going to help you. We're going to put some more selenite in between. What will help us overcome these challenges? What will help us to overcome these challenges? Wow. Okay, this is interesting. The reading is getting 3D, y'all. I don't know why this is so weird. This has never happened before, but we're going to run with it, okay? So, to overcome this Mother of Swords in reverse for line 1, what helps my viewer or their significant other or the other party here? What will help them? Because there are cross watchers, and you're the cross watcher. Cross watchers, you're going to be resonant here, I'm hearing it. Straight up Taurus, you're going to be resonant here. Cross watcher, what helps the cross watcher to overcome this Mother of Swords in reverse? And we have the 4 of Wands, and it is in reverse. And I'm hearing for you, whether you look at it this way or that way, it's kind of going to be the same thing, right? But we know that one is in reverse. It kind of looks the same. Look at that. Don't really shift too much. So it don't really look too different from what you're doing already. I really feel like it's continue to stretch yourself. The smaller branches here, the smaller twigs coming off of these branches are telling me for a first party, like you've already been stretching yourself to break the patterns, breaking the patterns, the lines, breaking the patterns, right? And it's crazy because these are the patterns of your foundation. You were groomed and trained to be a certain way. You were programmed in a certain way, but you've been slowly breaking those patterns. So to get past this false truth, to get over this Mother of Swords, this ice cold mother, excuse me, I really just did that. Continue to break through those old patterns. Continue growing because you're doing what you need to do. And so, Taurus, if you're the one watching and this is for your other party, encourage them to keep forward. Like they're doing the best they can. They are doing the best they can with what they came from. And if they've been groomed in this Mother of Swords reverse energy, which is somebody who mentally and emotionally manipulates you, somebody who's controlling you, this person is used to being controlled. That is their challenge. They've been groomed and programmed and taught to be controlled. And it's like everything and everyone in their life has been very controlling of them. So that's exactly the challenge. Why the challenge for you that matches is to be lighthearted, let go of control. If this is a relationship, what your partner don't need is for you to always be telling them what to do. As a matter of fact, what they need is for you to help them figure out what is it that they really want and move in that direction for themselves. Just like you learned to do, Taurus. You've learned how to do what works for you. And now this other party, especially if this is a relationship you're dealing with, they need to learn how to do that too. Instead of listening to whoever the hell the Queen of Swords in reverse is. because this person is cold. This person probably ain't even telling themselves the truth, and they ain't even knowing. Sometimes when they're in reverse like this, I'm hearing they ain't even knowing that they are being this way because they cannot see themselves clearly. Going back to what we spoke about, somebody who got a reading or some advice that was off base, right? Okay. So with all of this, let's see what helps my viewer, what helps Taurus line 2 here to overcome this challenge of being more lighthearted and giving up the power and allowing the flow to come to you. What will help you? Strength. The strength card comes out. I got a Leo rising, yay, yay. But this is your reading too, Taurus. And if it's resonant to you, give this video a thumbs up and thanks. Strength card. This is knowing when to, and I'm hearing Kenny Rogers. You gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to whatever, and know when to run or walk away. Know when to run. There you go. You gotta know when to walk away and when to run. And here we go. This is all on purpose. Nothing is on accident. So Taurus, I had to re-sing that a few times to get it to the right lyrics, which my spirit said, yeah, now you got the lyrics right, right? Okay. Strength is here to tell you, you are going to keep yourself under control. Speak advantageously. Let your calm control your fire. And you're going to do this over and over again until you get it right. And it's not that there's a wrong, it's just that there's a more advantageous way and a less advantageous way to do this, Taurus. And so you're going to figure out the more advantageous way to do this because you have a rose in your mouth here, little lion, don't you? And you have an infinity symbol on your forehead. So I see, Taurus, you can see all of this situation. You can see all the way up into the future. And you have a lot of passion for this person in you. There's the air of romance here. There's the air of all knowingness with that infinity symbol right up on the third eye area. Okay. So and you have love and you have passion. But you're going to use it in a way that helps keep this relationship grounded, that helps allow space for your partner to stretch their wings and come as they will, as opposed to being controlled and dominated. And look at the bottom of the deck here, the 10 of Cups. And I hear this is your 10 of Cups. This person, you feel this person is your 10 of Cups. In wherever that's true, right? So, Taurus, this has been an awesome reading, but I'm not done yet. I want to pull for you. The universe has your back. I pull a card for you from there to help you out as well. I want to give some more shout outs. Let's say hi to Sherry. Let's say hi to Ricky. Let's say hi to Marlene. Welcome to the channel. Let's say hi to Jazzo. Grateful to have you. Jazzo's like, ooh, that's true. Yeah, girl, it's true. Taurus loves to control stuff. We love to be in control because we're so grounded. We know that, hey, can't nobody keep this thing grounded like us. So just let me take over. But see, they got to learn their own way, baby. Just because you got it all don't mean they're going to figure it out your way. They've got to do it their own way. If they're really going to learn it, they've got to come there on their own. You cannot force it into them. All you can do is stay on your 4 Taurus grounded ass feet and wait. Because you know what a bull is happy to do? Stand in a damn field and graze all day and just wait. Yeah, that's what it's time to do. Just wait for them to come to you. Allow them the space they need to feel like they are in control of their own life because they have this proclivity to continue to go back and do things that they didn't want to do, and they're bringing an end to it, and they're starting to speak their mind, make their own decisions, and learning how to say no. I'm literally hearing they're learning how to say no. What is the message for my Taurian at this time. Let's just start. What does Taurus need from the universe? Has their back deck. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, and there it comes. Taurus. When I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. Praise. So, Taurus, if you feel out of peace, you have taken yourself out of alignment with the love of the universe, and it's time for you to get yourself back in check. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, because I come real stealth and I'm bad for your health. You hear? Getting out of alignment with your love of the universe is bad for your health, physical health. I'm literally hearing physical health and mental health. It is bad for your health, and it will come in real stealth, and so will these energies, these parties of people with their false words and their not wanting to look at themselves. But it reminds me of the scripture in the Bible about how can or something. Look, I wish I could remember it word for word, and sometimes I do, but it's like, pull the log out of your own eye before you pick the splinter out of your brother's eye. In other words, heal yourself, healer. Before you try to heal anybody else, you need to deal with your own self and your own stuff. What have you been running from that you won't do? What have you been hiding from that you don't want to see? And you can't really heal nobody else or help nobody else until you deal with your own stuff. That's why a person like this is dangerous. Because, you're going to give me advice about my life, yet you won't deal with your own? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, not today. We're not doing that no more. You see? And that's what's going on there. Somebody has taken it upon themselves to offer words without wisdom. And why are they without wisdom? Because they have not yet done it for themselves. And they think I'm hearing one. They think there's only one way to do things. There is more than one way to do things. Everybody has their own way, and everybody's got to figure out their own way. And that's kind of like the energy of what you're being asked here today, Taurus. Just because your way is, all I need to do to heal myself is really do some meditation, take a good nap, eat some good food, and have good sex. And I figure shit out. The information comes in. No. Boo, that don't work for everybody. It does not work for everybody. And for some people, it's be alone. And for others, it's surround myself with loved ones. And it's different for everybody. Let's get another message for you, Taurus, from the Wisdom of the Oracle cards. And it flips right over. And we're only taking one today from each of these decks, guys. Okay. Milk and honey. Yes, please, baby. You are coming into the land of milk and honey. All the promises are there. Why? Because you're choosing to take what you know and put it into action. You're choosing to go with your fortune, your love, your Empress energy, your Venus energy. The Empress is a card of Taurus. Hello. And it's saying the land of milk and honey really is here. This is card number 51. 5 being about change. 1 being about power, leadership, authority, right? So there's a change in the authority that's going to allow you to experience your land of milk and honey. 5 + 1 = 6. This is about harmony. So from this change that allows you to honor your truth and be in that space of authority within your own life, especially for the other party, right? It's creating a greater sense of harmony in this interaction. And finally, we will take a cue card. And I want to thank you all for your good karma love donations. And I want to thank you all for choosing me as your reader and coming back. And here's the card for you, Taurus. You got win-win. Yay, Taurus. You got the win-win, baby. It's working out. For you and the other party, it's working out. Okay, it is working out. So keep your head up. Keep your vibes up. Keep your tribe up. Remember, you are on your own because you are simultaneously autonomous, yet completely connected at all at once. So how can you, Taurus, moving forward from here, continue to embrace your unique individuality while honoring and embracing all the connections that are around you, because you are the grounding force. And now with this, you're going to release the need to control, allowing them to come to you, allowing them to do what they need to do, but holding space, seeing their success where they haven't been able to see their success, you can. And you'll hold that for them. You'll hold that for them until they figure it out themselves. And I feel like they're figuring it out now. So, with all that being said and done, I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you. The golden thread that shines all the way through, caught love and peace and happiness. And in the meantime, in between time, you can treat yourself at lphtarot.com. It's in love, peace, and happiness to you and yours, and of course, me and mine. Until next time. And there come my distractions again. God, I love them.
Oopsie.
Oopsie, what did you do?
Daddy.
Did you hurt her? You better not.
Daddy,